Welcome back to the Morning Blend, where we want to know what's in your makeup bag with Merle Norman. And if you have any Merle Norman products in your bag, rest assured that it was made in the USA.
That's right. Debbie Hagee and Vicki Bressler are just two of the many women-owned Merle Norman studios. Good to have you ladies.
Good morning.
I love this. I love like woman power, the empowerment. I mean, I just think it's great. It's women raising up other women.
Yes.
And this is kind of a neat story. This is one of the very few companies that continues to manufacture all of its products and packaging in the USA. And that was something that was very important in the original mission, right?
It was, yes. Almost all of our products are made and created here in the United States. Merle Norman really was a pioneer. She was a woman ahead of her times. She started the first studio in 1931 in Santa Monica, and her mission was to empower other women back in the time where most women didn't have their own businesses. She really supported that opportunity.
What a pretty woman too.
Yeah, she really was. She was. And she had a medical chemistry background. So a lot of the products that she designed, we actually still carry in the studios today.
Because people love them so much, right?
And they were that good probably because of her background and her passion.
Yes, they're
for the
that
products.
good that they've stood the test of time. And a lot of the products that we put so much time and research into creating that a lot of things like our Lip Pencil Plus, our two-sided lip color lip liner, came out in the 1980s, and it's still one of our best-selling items.
Absolutely.
I love these old pictures too. Is that an old packaging?
Yep. That's old packaging, and that was the original 3 steps that she created. A cleansing cream, our Miracle Deep Cleansing Mask, which is still a bestseller, and powder-based foundation, which was a cream foundation that was very protecting on the skin.
I always think, like, when it comes to makeup, you know, things advance, technology changes, but we keep going back to the original ingredients, the original things that we know were better for our skin before we used all these chemicals that aren't great. So I think, you know, some of these products that have stood the test of time, there's a reason for it. And people's skin has shown that reason as they've used it. She also always believed in the try before you buy concept. And that is something that your customers really value.
Oh yeah, you try before you buy, they come in, they try, they can experience the feel of everything and see what they like the best and buy it, or they start to buy one thing at a time.
Right.
And to build up. But she was a woman before her time. She was putting herbs and botanicals in the 1930s in. I mean, I don't know how she did it.
Yeah.
How long have you guys owned your studio?
Almost 30 years.
30 years?
Yes.
That's great.
Amazing.
All of the studios are individually owned and operated.
They are, which once again gives each woman an opportunity to have her own business, and it's very satisfying. I mean, I go to work every day. I love my job. I love my customers. I mean, it's fun. It's not work.
Well, that's something that's cool that maybe people at home don't realize, that each of you owned your own studios. Technically, you're competitors, but it shows how you women support each other in this business, supporting each other's business, coming on together, showcasing the products, because it's all for the better good of what you care about. And that's helping women feel their best, putting their best face forward.
Yes. I mean, that's so important. You want, every woman should feel beautiful and wonderful, and that's where we can help. If you need a little help with makeup or skincare, that's our job.
Right.
And the one other thing that you need to know too is when you come into the studios, we really practice sanitary procedures.
Yes.
You're not trying on something that somebody else has touched or used. We're very careful, and we follow all regulations and guidelines.
That's really good to know.
It's very important.
And also something I read that I like too, that when your testing procedures, they're all very humane.
No animal testing.
They never have. Never tested on
Thank
anyone.
goodness.
Human testing.
Human testing.
Voluntary, right?
Yes. Animals don't wear
I'd
makeup.
be like, yes, please put it on.
They have so many. They have so many volunteers from the company.
Yes.
That they don't need to go out and get
And
people.
that's important too. So you know that you're shopping local, you're buying American, you're supporting a small business, and I mean, who doesn't want to do that?
Well, and your stuff is amazing too. I mean, I know
really
I've
is.
gotten a couple palettes from you guys, and it just stands up compared to the other stuff that you can
One
get.
story I love is I have customers that come in that are in their 80s and 90s, and their skin is baby soft, beautiful. Because they've always taken good care of their
So what
skin.
have they used? Because you brought some old products too.
Actually, that 3-step program, the cleansing cream, the Miracle, the powder base, a lot of those women swear by it. At their skin, it really does show.
Yep.
Huh. I love that. I just think like it really is. You know someone in your life who you're like, wow, their skin is incredible. And I'll tell you, every time you ask them, it's because they use a great program like this.
Exactly.
It really is. It's just not always naturally God-given.
No, it's not. You gotta take care of this. You gotta take care of this.
Maybe when we were born it was,
Yeah,
but
but
then
you gotta
after
keep it
that, yeah. So this is great. I also think it's pretty cool to know that the very first then female-owned outside of Merle herself was in Wisconsin, was right here.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
In the 1930s, she was trained by Merle Norman, and it was in the Iron Block building, and then it went to the Plankington building,
So
and then
cool.
it went off to, then it kind of branched out. So yeah, it's a great, rich history that we have.
And you guys will do consultations, right? People can come in, they sit down, they can try before they buy,
And
they
I like-
can really see it
I like the
all.
men coming in too, because men who are looking for gifts for their wives, you
Yes.
guys would come and because sometimes they're clueless.
Well, we
Yeah.
also
You
have
know.
a men's skincare line too.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
there you go.
It's great. Here's
While
where
they're
you can
shopping for the
stop
wife,
in.
you can sell a little bit of men's products.
Exactly. Get stuff for yourself. Everybody wants to look good. There are locations in Brookfield Square, in Hales Corners, on Highway 100 between Grange and Edgerton. Also in Economowalk, there's a location near the corner of Highway 16 and Brown Street, and then a shop in West Bend. Which one are each of yours again?
West Bend.
West Bend
Hales
and
Corners.
Hales Corners.
Awesome.
There you go. So we can find these ladies. Thanks so much, you guys.
Thank